Okay, here's a breakfast recipe you may not want to miss. It's literally got everything you need. So today let's make an English breakfast. I was challenged to actually make this in one pan and using the least amount of oil. And I feel that's not gonna be hard at all. And when you make it and when you eat this recipe, I guarantee that you will say,
now that's breakfast for champions.
okay, so let's look at the components. First, we've got some eggs, which just have to be pan fried. Next is some tomatoes. We just need to grill the tomatoes. We've got some mushrooms that I'm just gonna quarter. I'm gonna cook this along with some sliced garlic and some chopped parsley. Coriander works as well. Now, instead of oil, I'll be using the fat that renders out of this streaky bacon. When you cook it really nice and slowly, most of the fat just renders, and that's going to be enough. I'm using some chicken sausages in the recipe, but I'm going to be making some crisscross cuts on it so that when you fry it and get a nice golden color on it, it looks really nice. Next up, we've got a can of baked beans, really easily available in the market. You can use any kind of bread that you want in this recipe. This is the Stahl Blacksmith Hybrid series. You get a kadai and a frying pan in this series. It is India's first lightweight cast iron cookware. You've definitely seen these pans and kadais in my older recipes, and I absolutely stand by it. Unlike traditional cast iron where you need to maintain it every time, these require almost no maintenance. I've shared some more details and shop link in the description below, so do check it out. There's also a coupon code you can use, so maybe this can be a good gift this festive season.
So the pan is ready, ingredients are ready, I am ready. Hopefully this works. Let's go.
Okay, let's start with the bacon first. Get the pan really nice and hot and lay the bacon strips on it. This has to cook really nice and slowly till the fat kind of renders out and leaves the bacon. You'll see that happen in just a few minutes. Flip it on both sides and get a nice color on it, and then you can just take the bacon and keep it on the side. The fat on the pan, we're going to save this and use it for the other parts of the recipe. In all, I got about 2 tablespoons of bacon fat. I'm not actually sure if this will actually be enough to cook all the other components, but you know what? We'll just go for it. There's already a little bit of oil on the pan. I'm going to use this just to fry up the sausages which we had cut. Just takes about 2 to 3 minutes. I'm going to add a splash of water to this and just cover it for a couple of minutes.
So adding some water and just steaming it makes the sausages really nice and plump. They stay really nice and juicy. I would recommend if you're trying this at home, ye step bhi try kar lo. Definitely going to love it. And see the cuts that we had made. You can see that beautiful pattern form on the sausage. It's a pretty cool way to serve the sausages. Visually, the eyes go there first.
Okay, the sausages are done, they're nice and brown. Next, we're going to start preparing the mushrooms. I'm going to take some of that bacon fat, add some of that sliced garlic, let it fry nicely till it gets a little bit of color. Into this goes the mushrooms along with some salt and crushed black pepper. I'm going to toss this on high heat so that most of the moisture that leaves the mushrooms evaporates immediately. You don't want a stew forming, you need the mushrooms to brown up nicely. Finish this off with some chopped parsley or coriander. That's about it. Let's move on to frying of the eggs. And at this point, I'm almost finished with whatever bacon fat I had. Just gonna heat this up really nicely, and into this we crack eggs. Season it well with some salt and pepper and just let this fry nicely. Let the bottom get a little bit of color. If you want, you can actually flip this over as well if you want. Actually, I'm just gonna have 2 eggs, so I think I'll fry the second egg as well.
Okay, that's the second egg, and officially we are now out of oil. I think there's 1 drop. So far looks good. I think we're getting there.
So the eggs are done. The next component which I actually didn't talk about is some hash browns. These are store-bought frozen hash browns, so it actually need to be deep fried. But I'm hoping that they get really nice and crispy in whatever oil is left in the pan.
Okay, not as crispy as I would have wanted them, but they're not bad. Okay, hash browns are done.
Okay, hash browns are done. Moving on to the bread, we're just going to lightly toast them on the pan. Next goes in the tomatoes, which I've actually cut it into half. I'm just going to grill this on the pan till it gets really nice and caramelized. You'll see that happen in about 2 to 3 minutes. Now, the last component actually doesn't require any oil. I'm just going to heat up the canned baked beans along with a little water, and this is ready as well.
I'm actually surprised that this has worked, and I guess it's time to plate now. Let's plate.
In a large plate, we've got the hash browns, some bacon, the baked beans, followed by the tomatoes, mushrooms, sausages, and the fried egg. Don't forget the toast, and that's the recipe, my friends. I've shared a complete detailed recipe for this in the description, so please do check it out. This is a breakfast that I will definitely be making again. And if you're watching till here and you enjoyed the recipe, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm going to enjoy this, and I'll see you guys later.
Bye.